So we can break apart the hit me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with this, and I know.
Hello friends, welcome back to another interesting video of our BM Masterclass series. Now this time we will dive a little bit in disconnected table concepts. So let's explore this. So we have some data set for working on this disconnected table concepts. So I'll provide the link of that. You can also download that to follow along with me. So let's import our data. So I'll click on import data from Excel and I'll be having this BPT file. I'll click on open and I'll select the tables here instead of sheets and I'll click on open, that is load, sorry. Now let's go to this model view here and you can see here Power BI is smart enough to connect these two tables using the similar column, that is company here. So let's say in some cases you don't want to connect these two tables but you want to filter the data from this BPT table. So let's see how we can do this. That's what disconnected table concepts means. So I'll delete this relationship and note that if you want to do relationships, then of course you can do, but in some cases you don't want to connect the tables but you want to filter the data, then the time we will use disconnected table concepts. So what I'll do, I'll go to this report view option and here let's visualize our data. So let's click on table view and let's add, let's say, company and the sales reports and the sales. Let's format this here. Let's increase the values to, let's say, 15. Yeah, and let's increase the column headers to, let's say, 15 and make it bold here. You can see we got the company sales reports, like sales rep, and we have the sum of sales here. Now let's add the slicer here. Let's add the slicer, that is company slicer. So what I'll do, I'll click on the slicer here and I'll add my company slicer. So let's format this slicer. Let's increase, let's say the style, it is tile, and let's remove the slicer header and let's increase the values to, let's say, 15 and let's make it bold here and let's change the background here. Let's add this. Yeah, let's change the font color also. Let's say black and let's make it here. Yeah. Now, when I click on this bang here, you can see this is not filtering here. So because these two tables are not connected yet, so let's say big here, you can see nothing is happening here. And let's say theory, you can see nothing is happening. So let's see how we can connect this. So what I want to do is I want to catch, when I click on this bank, I want to catch what is selected. So I want to, when I click on bank, I want to catch this bank, and when I click on this big, I want to catch this big. So to do this, we have DAX functions called selected value functions. So let's see. I'll create a new measure here, and here I'll say this is my what is selected, what is selected, what is selected, and here I'll be using the function called selected value functions. So what it does, it returns the value when there is only one value in the specified column. Otherwise, it will return the alternate result. So simply it will catch the values. That is, so here we'll need to provide what here we need to provide the column name. So my column name is company's company. This, and for the alternate result, I'll say if I didn't find any, if I didn't selected any, I'll say select only one value. And let's close this. Let's make this in a new line here. Yes. Now let's what we do. Let's add a card here, and let's add this what is selected here. I can see, so it is catching here. So when I selected bank here, bank company, you can say bank is selected. And now when I select this big here, you can say big is selected. When I select theory here, select theory is selected. So let's say I want to filter this using this what is selected. I want to filter these records. So let's see how we can do this. So what I'll do, I'll create another measure here, and let's say this is my new filter. New filter that is equals to, let's go to new line here. Again, I'll be creating the similar thing. That is the what is selected. I'll say variable that is selected selected value selected value, and here again I'll use selected value function, and again I'll say company is company. You can also use the created measure that is what is selected here directly. So here company is company, and for the alternate result I'll say select only one, and I'll close this. So this is my selected value, and I'll return what I'll say if this company's company, this BPT's company, if this is equal to the selected company, then I'll return the sum of sales. So here, what I'll do, I'll use calculate function, and here I'll say calculate the expression. I'll say sum of the sales, BPT sales, and for the filter expression, I'll say the BBT company. This should be equal to the selected value. I'll close this. So it is pretty simple. So I'll just close this here, and I'll copy this visual, and here instead of the sum of sales, we need to replace this with the new filter that is created. And you can see here when I didn't select anything, so it is a blank here. When I select bank here, bank company, we got the sales figure for the bank company. And when I select big, you can see we got the sales figure for the big company. And when I select theory, you can see we got the sales figure for the theory company. Let's say we didn't select anything, and you can see we got the empty records. So let's say we want to display the by default record. So let's say I want to display the by default bank company sales. So let's do that. So for doing this, we need to modify this, and here instead of I'll say select only one value as an alternate result, I'll say show me the bank company sales. I'll just close this. Now you can see by default we got the bank company sales figures when we didn't select anything. When I select big here, you can see we got the big company sales, and when I select theory, we got the theory company sales. So this is how we can connect these two tables without connecting them using the disconnected table concepts. So let's see how we can connect how we want to see, that is we want to see multiple tables, there is multiple selections. That is I want to see bank, big, and theory company sales figures in this table. So let's see how we can do this. For that, we will modify this query, and let's so here what I'll do, I'll create another variable, and here I'll say this is my uh, all selected all selected selected all selected selected value, and here we use all selected function. So what it does, it will return all the rows in a table or all the values in a column, ignoring any filters which is applied within the query, and keep the filters which is applied outside of the query. That is this slicer. So what I'll do, I'll I'll need to add the table or the column name. So I'll say company's company. So remove. So what I'll do, I'll provide the column name. So here, this is optional. So I'll just close this here, and let's change this to all selected. So I'll say underscore all selected. Now when I hit enter, you can see we got an error here because let's see these details. You can see it says calculation error in the measures PPT. A table of multiple values supplied where a single value is expected. So what it tells means here, so this all selected value, this will return the list of values. So we are comparing one value with the list of value using this equal to sign. So this is why we are that's why we are getting an error here. So instead of this equal to, we will use a cool keyword in function in Power BI, that is in. So I'll say in. So here I'll say if this company is in this list of values, so we got the list of values, that is big or bang or theory. Then if it is equal to, then provide the result. So I'll say enter. Now you can see when I select bang here, you can see we got the bang sales figures. And when I hold the control key and I'll select another, that is big, you can see we got the big and bang sales figures. And let's select the theory here, you can see we got the theory sales figures. So let's close this here. You can see by default we will get all the results here. So that's how we can connect these two tables using the disconnected table for concepts. If you want to do single selections, you can use selected value functions. If you want to do multiple selections, then feel free to use all selected value functions. So here, what I'll do, one point I want to notice that here, wherever you have to you can make a relationship between the tables, then of course you need to make the relationship. But in some cases you want to you didn't want to connect the tables, but you want to filter the data, then that time feel free to use the disconnected table concepts using the dash functions called selected value and all selected value functions. So I'll go to this report view here. Now one additional thing that I want to tell you, that let's say we want to see the records, that is selected values. So I want to see the selected values, what is got selected here. And I want to see that using the comma separated values, comma separated. So let's see how we can do this. So for that we will use concatenate x functions in Power BI. So let's see, I'll create a new measure here, and here I'll say this is my all companies. Let's say all companies, yes, that is equals to, and here I'll say concatenate x, concatenate. So we have concatenate x function, this. So what it requires a table here. I'll say company table, this company table. And for the expression you can provide a table or also the measure. Here I'll say the company's company column, and for the delimiter I'll say comma. I'll just close this and let's visualize this. So I'll just copy this here, and let's remove this and let's add our all companies here. So let's add a bang here. You can see bang is there. Let's hold the control button and let's select a big here. You can see big and bang got displayed here using the comma. That is, let's add theory here. You can see big bang and theory, that is all got separated using comma. So that's how we can uh, connect these two tables without connecting them using the disconnected table concepts. So that's it for this video.